Hi, welcome to DB again with Trade and Business. Today, we just want to talk briefly about the stock market. Right now, the time is what? The time is 3:18 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, let's look briefly into the stock market today. First, disclaimer. The information provided on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as financial, legal, or investment advice. I'm sharing my personal opinions and strategies, which may not be suitable for all investors. Trading in stocks and other financial instruments involve significant risk, and you should be fully aware of the risk before making any investment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. I'm not responsible for any losses or damages resulting from the use of the information provided on this channel. Okay, and just a disclosure to you, I'm a licensed non-captive insurance agent and may have a financial interest in the products or strategies discussed on this channel. I'm not acting as a financial advisor, and the content shared here is based on my personal experiences and is for educational purposes only. Any references to specific securities, funds, and financial products are not recommended to buy, sell, or hold them. Viewers should seek their own professional advice to make informed decisions that align with their individual financial goals and risk and tolerance. All right, let's go. This slide was actually prepared before the start of the market today. So right now, I'm giving you like a pre-market information, but you can see current marketing information, which I can see from my mobile device. Okay, inflation rate currently is about 2.89%, which is lower than what we've had for a long time. What we had for a long time was 3.28%, right? I'm sorry, just give me a minute. Let me sign into my account for my mobile device. And okay. That being said, let's see. Let us go into today. All right. So, market was predicted today to be flat or rally, but right now we see that the market is really rallying today. You know, S&P has climbed from 5. Well, I use SPY as my ETF for S&P 500, from 554 thereabout to now it's now 558. So it has 4 points climbed. And VIX has fallen a little bit. Let me see what VIX is saying now. It was at 15 before, now it's 14.66. Okay. And NVIDIA is supposed to be the market rider. That's my prediction this morning as well. Supposed to be a major influence in the market today. Because why? Because we're expecting the second quarter results on the 28th. And it's expected, you know, something can go wrong, but it's expected to outperform. Very good results expected. And of course, we still have the impending elevated Middle East crisis. Right now, it looks as if the latest news says Israel has accepted a kind of deal. I don't know, maybe the tension has been reduced, but I think it's still out there, the Middle East crisis. Okay, so now let's go to what we really want to talk about today. We want to talk about implication of the Middle East crisis and how you can maybe what I will do to wedge against any crisis that may come, right? So usually our advice in this kind of environment where we have impending Middle East crisis, to either sell, limit, or put a trade stop. Okay. If you are not confident about your strategies, then you can start trimming your portfolio right now. Okay. And of course, you can also keep your stocks and maybe sell a call against it or buy a put, right? So that you can prepare for any downfall and any downtrend in the market. Okay. And of course, you can sell stocks. If you don't even have any stock in any of these stock in your portfolio, you can borrow stocks. Okay? So now, what are the sectors that might benefit from in case of any war in the Middle East? Now, the Middle East is a critical region for global oil production, and any conflict could lead to disruptions in oil supplies, driving up oil prices. Companies involved in oil production, exploration, and energy services will likely see increased profits. So I use ETFs for this, and what I use is XLE and VDE for the energy sector. So, I mean, you might want to put that in your watch list. That's what I did. I put it in my watch list. Okay. Also, another sector is the defense sector. Increased geopolitical tensions and potential military engagements will likely lead to higher demand for defense and aerospace products and services. That's like, obvious, right? Because they use all these war planes and all that to fight. So defense stocks. And what ETFs do I use for that? I use the ITA and the PPA. You can check that out. Like I said, we don't have that much time to deliberate on each individual strategy. Okay, another sector is the precious metal sector. Why? During periods of geopolitical uncertainty, investors often flock to safe haven assets like gold and precious metals. This can lead to an increase in the price of gold, silver, and related mining companies. Like, the price of gold is like close to all-time high right now. ETFs, GLD, GDX, that's what I use. Then the utility sector also benefits. Utilities are considered to be defensive sector, just like gold, as they provide essential services that are required regardless of economic or geopolitical environment. Investors may flock to utilities for stability and consistent dividends during times of uncertainty. Okay, ETFs I use just one ETF for that, the XLU. Okay, so the last sector I would discuss today is the agricultural sector. Why? Middle East conflict could disrupt food production and distribution. Agricultural companies and those involved in food production might see increased demand. ETF I use is DBA, just like my initials, and the MOO. Okay. Now, what are the strategies I use in kind of market like this? Okay, we have the economic statistics favoring the market rallying, right? Nvidia in about 2 weeks, is it less than 2 weeks now? That's likely to cause market to rally. So what do I do? I have stock, I don't want to sell. What do I do? Or I have stocks, I want to sell, I want to trim. Usually at this stage, cash is king. Cash is king. Like, we have been talking about this. I told you when market was down that it was time to buy. And now I told you, like last week, Friday, that you might trim a little bit, Well, if you did not trim, you still have opportunity to trim at a higher profit. I trimmed like 10% last week, Well, that's what you get, because you cannot predict the market, right? So, and I've started trimming some portfolios today, some of my portfolios today, just a little bit too, but I still keep some stocks, because I know they have potential to rally, just like Nvidia, it has potential to rally more as we get closer to the earnings call, right? And some stocks like Google that have gone down, I know has a huge potential to rally because there are a lot of good news surrounding Google, you know. Same with Amazon, a lot of good news surrounding Amazon. So it's likely to rally as well. So what do I do? Those stocks that are like that I know that the likelihood to rally, the probability to rally is high, maybe greater than 75%. You know, what do I do? I kind of do a long-term strategy with them. You know, what they are the long term, like the long term stocks I keep, Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta. Now it depends, you know. So right now I'm just keeping Amazon, Google, and Nvidia. Okay. Nvidia is part of my long-term strategy too, but Nvidia has rallied so much that I've taken it off my long-term strategy. And it's still rallying, of course. So okay. So what do I do for this kind of investor? I kind of what I did today was to put a trail stop to these long-term ones, So instead of selling, I put a trail stop, I think I started with a 2 points, if Nvidia fall 2 points, it's going to automatically sell. So I can afford to lose $2 on each stock. I think I did the same for all of them, for Google and Amazon, you know. And as I noticed that the market rallying very well, I change it to 2.5. That is, I give it a chance because market is always going down and falling. Always remember that. Always going down and falling. The fact that it went down does not mean it's not going to rise again. If a stock is rallying and it's rallying rapidly, it still sometimes goes down. So you give it a room so that it can go down and still rally. But you give it enough room so that if it falls below like certain, you can study these charts for that. We do explain that in my course. How you can study the chart to determine how to place your trade stop, and then I have some stocks I use as swing trade. Currently, I'm using the ETFs as swing trade because I believe they are close to their like 180-day average high, and I believe I should just shrink. So I'm using them as swing trade right now. Sometimes I use the ETFs as a long-term strategy and the stocks as swing trade, but this time around it's the other way. I'm using stocks as long-term because I believe there's an opportunity to rally very well in these stocks, and I'm using ETFs as swing trade. Well, you can use a different strategy. I mean, this is what I do. Okay, and this strategy, currently I have no daytime strategy. Why? Because I'm very busy. I have to study the scan, I have to do scan and all that before I can do a day trade. So right now my hands are full, so I cannot when I know I'm very busy, I don't day trade. I just do swing trade. Okay, so just before we end, remember, let me show you. Remember to share your information too. What strategy do you use? And before we end, let's see. Let me show you the market rule briefly. Okay. All right, let's go to what the market is doing right now. Okay. Okay, NVIDIA is 129 to 129.29. Well, it's likely to go higher. So I'm going to keep it like that. And we have QQQ 479. BRK. SPY is 558. You know, I think I put a stop to a sell to 558.50 or thereabouts. You know. So it's very close right now. So that's the way the market is. And I hope you got something. Okay. So we have about less than half an hour left into this trading day. And you know, you can quickly plan your strategy. And I see you next time. Okay. I'll probably see you, probably come around again, maybe before the end of the week to share information. But right now, you know, that's my strategy as shared. I just shared with you. Remember that our goal is to help you to quickly multiply your money, quickly compound your money so that you can invest in your kingdom self business. That's our goal, to empower you to be financially buoyant so that you can invest in your kingdom self business. We are more committed to the kingdom self business than any other strategy. So remember to subscribe, share, and like this video and all our other videos as we continue to empower you to be the best and dominate the world. See you next time. Bye.